Imagine a world where the enemy has no face, no flag, and no demands. A single, silent trigger is pulled, and in an instant, the United States is brought to its knees. This isn't a story of open warfare. It's the story of a crisis that starts not with a bang, but with a terrifying, paralyzing silence. It begins with a mysterious attack. One moment, everything is normal. The next, a critical piece of American infrastructure is wiped out. Maybe it's a cyber blackout plunging major cities into darkness. Perhaps it's a precision strike on a key government facility. There are no claims of responsibility, no clear enemy to retaliate against. The country is thrown into a state of total confusion, a disorienting fog of fear and uncertainty. The crisis has begun, and the government has no idea who or what they are fighting. In the chaotic aftermath, U.S. intelligence agencies scramble for answers. They're the best in the world, but the evidence they find is a nightmare. It's fragmented, contradictory, and points everywhere at once. One shred of data suggests a rival nation, another points to a domestic extremist group, and a third, most disturbingly, hints at a mole deep within their own ranks. Paranoia infects the highest levels of leadership. Trust evaporates. Every advisor, every ally, and every piece of intel becomes suspect. The very institutions designed to protect the nation begin to tear themselves apart from the inside. As the government descends into factionalism and suspicion, a single name surfaces from the shadows. A former top-tier operative, now living completely off the grid. This individual is a ghost, a legend within the intelligence community, known for their unparalleled skills and unpredictable nature. The question becomes the central mystery of the crisis. Is this rogue agent the mastermind behind the attack? A ghost exacting revenge? Or are they the only person alive who understands the true nature of the threat and holds the key to stopping it? The nation's fate might just rest on finding this one person, but they don't know if they're hunting a villain or a savior. While Washington, D.C. is locked in a political stalemate, a new kind of war ignites in the shadows. This isn't a conflict fought on traditional battlefields. It's a war waged across encrypted digital networks, within secret black sites, and in the dark alleys of foreign capitals. Elite cyber warfare units launch digital counteroffensives, special forces teams are deployed on deniable operations, and intelligence officers engage in a desperate race to piece together the puzzle. Every move is a gamble, an attempt to find the truth before the silent crisis escalates into a full-blown global conflict. Back home, the pressure cooker is about to explode. The 24-hour news cycle is a whirlwind of speculation and fear-mongering. Social media is flooded with misinformation, conspiracy theories, and outright lies, turning citizens against each other. Politicians, sensing the public's rising panic, demand immediate, decisive action. Any action. The president is cornered, facing an impossible choice. Act too rashly, and risk starting World War III based on faulty intelligence. Wait too long, and risk being seen as weak and ineffective as the country unravels. The nation is a tinderbox, and any decision could be the spark that ignites it all. But what if all this chaos, the internal paranoia, the political infighting, the public fear, isn't just a byproduct of the attack? What if it's the entire point? The terrifying truth begins to emerge. A hidden hand is manipulating everything. The mastermind isn't just one of the suspects, they are puppeteering all of them. A shadowy organization, or perhaps a rival global power, engineered the initial strike with one goal in mind: to turn America against itself, to shatter its alliances, and to trigger a massive geopolitical shift in their favor. They aren't just attacking the US. They're using the US as a weapon to reshape the world order. Just as the intelligence community thinks they're getting a handle on the situation, they uncover a chilling revelation. The first attack, the one that crippled the country and sowed all this chaos, was just a dress rehearsal. It was a test, a warning shot. The real strike is still to come. Intelligence intercepts reveal fragments of a much larger plan, a catastrophic event designed to deliver a final, killing blow. This could be an attack on the entire power grid, a move to collapse the US economy, or a decapitation of the military's command and control structure. A countdown has begun, and the clock is ticking toward total collapse. With doomsday approaching, the rogue operative finally steps out of the shadows. Choosing a side, they make contact with a small, trusted team of insiders who have resisted the wave of paranoia. This new, unsanctioned alliance becomes the nation's last hope. The operatives' deep knowledge of unconventional warfare, combined with the team's access to government resources, allows them to cut through the noise and misinformation. Together, they follow a trail of digital breadcrumbs and human intelligence that everyone else missed, racing against time to uncover the final piece of the mastermind's plan and find a way to stop the second strike before it's too late. The story hurtles toward its climax. It's a final, high-stakes confrontation that could play out in the digital world, in the halls of power, or in a violent, physical showdown. The operative and their team are face-to-face with the true enemy. Here, in this tense, explosive moment, the mastermind's ultimate agenda is laid bare. The true reason for the attacks, the layers of deception, and the silent trigger that set the entire crisis in motion are finally revealed. The fate of the country, and possibly the world, hangs on the outcome of this one final confrontation. Even if they succeed in stopping the catastrophe, the America that emerges from the crisis is forever changed. The crisis exposes deep vulnerabilities in the nation's security, technology, and political system. It reveals betrayals that run to the very heart of its most powerful institutions, shaking the foundation of public trust. The event also emboldens global rivals who saw just how close the superpower came to collapse. The story ends not with a simple victory, but with a haunting realization. A new era of conflict has begun, and the most dangerous threats are no longer the ones you can see coming. They are the silent triggers, waiting to be pulled. Thanks for watching. If you're fascinated by stories of modern espionage and geopolitical thrillers, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. We dive into these complex worlds every week. See you in the next one.